Welcome to Stress Mess, a stressless podcast where the chaos is real, the caffeine is strong, and swearing sometimes happens, and that's okay. I'm Samantha Elizabeth, health and wellness coach, chronic overthinker, and proud BFFs to stress itself. Here we're ditching perfection, embracing unfiltered real talk, and making mindset shifts that might just keep us from screaming into the void. Let's get messy. Today, I'm joined by my friend Sean, who quit his job and started a safety consulting business. But don't worry, we immediately spiraled into ADHD chaos and went down more rabbit holes than I can count. We do eventually circle back to business tips after talking about decompressing through singing, cleaning other people's houses, and the constant presence of pet hair. Let's listen in on the chaos. Okay. We're live. Well, we're not live. We're recording. We're not live. If we are live,
we're all in trouble.
Yeah, no, that would be really bad. Hello, Sean. Welcome to the podcast.
Howdy.
Gosh, Louise, I'm gonna try not to laugh this entire podcast, but
then you picked the wrong fucking guest.
I know. Right?
Oops.
Thanks for being here with us today. I don't know why I always go into this formal mode whenever I hit record. Like it's all of a sudden like, okay, like you've got to be a broadcaster all of a sudden or something, whatever that means.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to be a broadcaster.
Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah. Cause I don't want to be that. Okay. I'm going to be myself. I'm relaxed. This is me relaxed.
Yeah. You got your yoga pants on. Just sit back and chill.
Stomach showing. Okay. That's all good. Anyway. How are you? Tell me what's going on in your life right now.
Going good. I quit my job after 3 years. That was exciting.
Tell me about that.
Well, I worked.
Don't tell me everything that happened.
Yeah. We got to leave some of that. But basically, I was working at my dream job. Loved it. It was fantastic. Then changed roles slightly to be because I was over we were kind of like a corporate, I guess would be the best way to describe it. And then from corporate went to like a site specific safety person.
Okay.
I mean, safety. Obviously, nobody else knows that besides you. And so when that happened, my entire job description kind of changed a little bit.
Oh.
And I thought it was going to be great, and it was not great. It was like very micromanaged and, not exactly what I like to do because I am way more of a free spirit than that.
Yeah.
So, ultimately it just kind of became blatantly apparent that I needed to change paths, and I have always wanted to do safety consulting. So it's kind of forced me to do that now. So
that's awesome though. Tell me about safety consulting. Like, what's that about?
It's basically like you're a safety advisor for anything and everything, construction, oil and gas, wind turbines, like whatever is needing safety, NASA, whatever. You just go and you do audits and you make sure everything is up to par, make sure everybody's safe, doing what they're supposed to do, and then go home.
That's crazy. I worked for a company before. I'm not going to say what company it is, but working for a company, and they were so OSHA compliant, that I don't even know what OSHA stands for. What does OSHA stand for?
Occupational Safety Health Administration.
That one. So, so they were so OSHA compliant that when you got onto campus, it was 15 miles an hour on campus, and it was a big campus. So driving 15 miles an hour was a little frustrating because you can't even set your, for me, if I have to go a certain speed limit, I'm going to set my little, what do you call that?
Cruise
control. You can't even set it for 15. No. So you really have to be very mindful. And then in the parking lot, it was 10 miles an hour, and trying to get to your parking spot. Sometimes you're like, I have to be in a meeting, but and then also you can't use your cell phone, if you're walking, if you are driving or anything like that, which is good, that you don't do that. but everywhere you go, you have to hold the handrails.
Yep.
Like in the office,
3
if you
points of
see the
contact.
handrail, hold it,
Yeah.
and I totally agree with that because I just get like very distracted and I'll fall down the stairs or something like that if I'm not holding the handrail myself. But yeah, like it was a little, it was a little like you have to really think about it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, like I said, I have ADHD, so I'm all over the place. I'm always not thinking, through everything. So
Yeah, I get that. And like I have worked at companies where they've had those exact same rules, and you're like, God, I have to plan 10 more minutes just so I can walk somewhere.
right.
And then I've also worked at companies where they have had no rules, and you have to allow for, 30, 45 minutes because inevitably something is going to go catastrophically wrong. So, I
Yeah.
mean, both have their challenges.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I exactly. I've worked at places and everything. And you're like, that does not look safe, like whatsoever. Somebody's going to hurt themselves on that.
What is happening here? Yeah.
Yeah, somebody's definitely going to slip on that. Like there's a spill on the floor, and everybody just walks right by
Walk
it because they're
around
like,
it.
that's
Yep.
not my job.
Yep.
I don't know. I'm not a that's not my job kind of person. Like, if I
Same.
see something, I'm gonna pick it up or, something like that and like not say like, oh, the janitor will get it eventually or something.
Yeah.
But
Like if something's on the floor, pick it up,
right.
you know,
Yeah. That's
except for in my own house.
right.
Then I'm
Oh
like,
my God.
eh,
I was just talking to somebody about this the other day. I hate cleaning my own house. I will
yeah.
definitely come over and clean your house. I will
And
clean anybody else's house. Love it, love it, love it. And I used to do that as a teenager. That's one of the things that I would do is go and clean people's houses, obviously for money under the table
yeah.
and everything. But, I know the IRS is going to come after me now, but um
From when you were
for
15,
being
absolutely.
a 13
Yeah.
year old cleaning houses. But anyway, but like, that was something that I love to do is go clean other people's houses. I would be more than happy to clean everybody's bathrooms and all of that kind of stuff. But when comes to my own house, I'm kind of like,
And
like I want to clean
it'll
up my
it'll
own
be
stuff.
fine. I'm not worried about it.
Yeah. I'm like, not to be bougie or anything like that, but I did have somebody come and clean my house the other day because like I said, I hate cleaning my own house. I mean, it's not messy, I mean,
Right.
it's like
It's
it's not
just not
dirty,
dusted or all that other shit.
It's
Yeah.
just not like, detailed or anything like that,
Well,
So I have to
and
have
we
somebody come and do the detailing for me.
yeah, and we both have pets. So like literally my wife Saturday we were having my nephew over, and she's
Mhm.
like, oh, I'll dust and you sweep the dog hair up, like that's it. We
Yeah.
have two dogs, one is a long haired dog, one is a short haired dog, and so hair is everywhere.
Yeah.
And literally she swept, she swiffered, she mopped. 10 minutes later, because my nephew's allergic to dander
Oh,
hair.
okay. Yeah.
So we were like really worried about it. And literally within 10 minutes, it was all over the floor. It's all over the floor now. And she's like, why did I even do that? Yeah.
Like, why even bother? And I know and then also like my hair gets everywhere too.
Yeah. Yeah. Mine
So
too.
I
Gets everywhere.
I'm just like constantly picking up clumps of my hair, and I'm like, why am I not bald by now? Because of how much
Yeah. Am I
hair I
losing
find
that
all
much hair? Really? Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I guess I do. I do have a lot of hair, I suppose. So, and it's really long right now,
It
but
is. Yeah.
I'm getting a trim. Like
Are
it's my
you?
yearly trim. My hairdresser kind of gets mad at me because I'm like, I just don't make the time to go and get my hair trimmed, and it's like,
Yeah.
what is the rule is like every 3 months or something like that. You're supposed to get a trim. I don't know, but I'm sure hairdressers made that up. I'm sorry,
I'm
my
sure.
hairdresser friends, but that are like, we didn't make that up. That's
Yeah.
how you have healthy hair all the time. But yeah, I know my dog and my cat just leave hair everywhere as well too. And it's just like, this is great. I'm constantly picking hair off of things and stuff. So
Yeah.
it's fantastic. Very
Oh,
fantastic.
so much fun. So
What
much
are you
fun.
drinking right now? Are you drinking vodka or like what? No, I'm just joking. I'm totally
Vodka
joking.
at 10 a.m. Sure am. Uh,
This is vodka. No,
Yeah, nice. I
I'm
started
just
out
joking with
with
you. I'm being
this.
funny.
Um, this is my favorite flavor.
Mm,
Um,
what's that?
it's Ghost Energy. Shameless plug. Hey, if you have Ghost Energy listeners, send me a case for sure. Um, so I I had a bad, I don't mind sharing this. I had a bad addiction to monsters. Um, and I would drink like back when I was working on the ambulance, I would drink like two or three a day, which is
Mhm.
super not healthy at all. Do
Yeah.
not, do not think that that's good for health coaches to hear.
No, okay, I'm gonna say this right now, everything in moderation, and every once in a while, I will definitely pick up a Red Bull because I love the flavor of Red Bull.
they're
Hated it when I
delicious.
first tried it. I don't know, like 20 years ago. They came over. I was working at a large technology firm, and I just put
Nice how you did that.
my voice on there. But I was working for a company and they had like a 5K or something. And it was sponsored by Red Bull. And I was like, the first time I ever tried a Red Bull, I was like, this is disgusting, you know? But like now I'm like, Red Bull, I love you, you know?
Oh,
Anyway, sponsorships, no.
yeah. So we're gonna have a hell of a time with this episode because we both have really bad ADHD and love telling stories. But when I was in the fire department, speaking of Red Bull and sponsor, when
Oh,
Red
yeah.
Bull first came out, they had the Red Bull girls, and they were always like, really attractive women, young, and they would come by, literally just show up at the fire station with a full case of Red Bull and give us Red Bull.
I
And we
love
were
the
like,
Red
hell
Bull
yeah,
people.
that's awesome. So we would drink the shit out of Red Bull all the time, which was not great. Then um, there was a new smokeless tobacco dip company that came out,
Yeah.
Grizzly. It's now a lot popular, but
Oh,
when
okay.
they first came out, they were
Mhm.
giving logs, which is like a roll of like 10 cans of snuff.
Oh,
And they
my.
would literally show up at the fire department and give everybody a roll to try out their new stuff. And
Wow.
I guess it worked because it's popular, but I don't do it. But yeah, so whatever.
That I was
But
gonna say, I don't know, I had a night out one time and I got an Uber home and the person that picked me up, it was kind of a weird situation. It was supposed to be a chick picking me up and it was a dude that picked me up. And he's like, "I'm using my girlfriend's account to do
that's like number
Uber."
one.
Okay, and I'm like, I got in the car anyway.
Oh,
Okay.
sure.
But he's like, my girlfriend is actually a rep for Red Bull, and we have cases of Red Bull in the back. And it was like sealed cases and stuff like that. He gave me a whole case of Red Bull.
What? That is a hell of a Uber ride.
I know. I was like,
Wow.
okay, bonus. Like, I know this is kind of weird that you're like the dude, you're like, you're not your girlfriend whose account this Uber account is. But he's
Yeah.
like, yeah, she has to work early, tomorrow. So I went ahead and took all her rides tonight. I'm like, okay, this is a little odd.
Yeah.
I mean, this is like I don't know how many years ago, but I got a case of Red Bull out of it and I got
I
home
mean,
safely. I didn't get murdered that night.
that's a
So
that's a start. That's a
yeah,
solid
yeah.
plus.
I know. I was okay at the end of the night. So
Yeah. Um, so I stopped drinking monsters, I don't know, when I quit smoking and drinking,
Mhm.
like everything bad in my life and started like getting on this health kick, started losing weight.
Yeah.
But I noticed that a lot of the people at the gym drink Ghost.
Okay.
And so I was like, let's see what's, the deal. So like I read the label
Yeah.
and it doesn't have near as much caffeine as Monsters
Okay.
or some of the other ones like Bang. Bang is like the
Oh.
worst.
Oh my
Bang's
gosh.
got
Yeah.
like 350 or some crazy
Yeah.
amount had
Yeah.
champagnes, but it's got more of like the workout stuff, like creatine or whatever. I don't know. I felt better about it, but I limit myself to one a day,
Okay.
and I usually have it first thing in the morning when I'm taking my ADHD meds because that's what you want to do. And
Of
then,
course.
that kind of just coasts me through the day.
That sounds like a kicker right there, like ADHD medication, not a monster, but a ghost, and then there you go.
I switched meds. Like I've been off my ADHD meds for like a month or two on accident. It was
Okay.
insurance, not me.
Yeah.
And then when my doctor prescribed it again, she was like, okay, yeah, we'll start you back on it. But I had gone that full time without it. So when I got the same dose,
Mhm.
the first time when I was drinking it, taking it down with the ghost, I was like bouncing all. It was not good at all. So I took a couple days, took one, took a couple, so like try to get used to it again, and now I'm
Yeah.
back to normal. But that
Okay.
was brutal.
Yeah, I maybe I should be medicated because I don't take any medication. I just kind of
Straw
like
dogging.
rely on myself, to regulate my, focus and all of that kind of stuff. But maybe I should be on something.
I
I don't know.
mean, it might help. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might
I
help. Do you mind saying like what you take?
Oh yeah,
What
yeah, no worries.
medication?
So I'm taking Vyvanse. I
Okay.
tried Adderall,
Yeah.
and Adderall worked,
Okay.
but it worked too well.
Oh, okay.
So, like it worked great. I was able to work.
Yeah.
But the problem was that I was only able to focus on the task at hand, which sounds wonderful
Yeah.
for people with ADHD, but it's
Mhm.
bad when you have a type of job that you need to focus on multiple things at once.
Yeah.
So I would just like start writing and the world could burn down and I was still going to keep writing. And I'm like,
Oh, yep.
that's not good. So
Yeah.
finance is, allows me to focus. And then at the same time, like if the house burns down, I'm going to pick up on that.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I got that. And that totally makes sense too. And I'm such a multitasker. I've got like 20 tabs open at any time and
Yeah.
I'm working in every single one of them. And, I'm just like, I really have to. And there's this method by David Allen, the guy that does getting things done. But his method is that, you take like a pad of sticky notes and then you write down a task on each of the sticky notes and
Yep.
then you put it in any order that you want to put it in. And then you put that sticky note in front of you and say, okay, this is what I'm focusing on. And once you're done with that, you take it and you
Pull it
recycle
off.
it, right? Hopefully recycle it, but like take it and, put it somewhere else. So, that way you're focused on one thing at a time, whatever is on top of your sticky pad he does paper, but like I do little sticky notes or something like
Yeah.
that. That kind of helps me keep focused. Although I have shiny object syndrome for sure. Like there's always something going on, that I'm like, ooh, or I have a thought and I'm like, I have to get this down because the thought's going to be gone, or
Yep.
it's going to pop up in the middle of the night or something like that. And I'm going to wake up and go, oh, shoot, I forgot to do this or whatever it is. I'm like, that's me. All over the place.
Absolutely. In my office at work, I had nothing on the walls.
Yeah.
I mean, it looked like a prison cell, but it was that way on design
Yeah.
because if there was anything on the walls, was squirrel, and
Yeah.
s- somebody walked into my office one day. Why don't you decorate? Well, because then I wouldn't do any work.
Oh, you know what? So
So,
funny. I mean, I have things behind me, but I'm not looking at it. But
like,
my wall that's in front of me, blank.
yeah,
And maybe that's why I do that on purpose. And I know that I moved into my place in like 2021. I still have not I have art all over the house, but
right.
it's on the ground, like leaning against the wall where I want to hang it, but I'm so afraid to hang it. I don't know why. Like it's the
Your
commitment
commitment,
thing,
or yeah,
like, but maybe that's what it is that it, like, it would distract me every time I walked by it or something. It's on the ground, like, I don't pay attention to it with on the ground, but if I hung it, maybe it would be like, maybe I'd stop there and stare at it and everything. I mean, it's because it's like art. I love supporting artists and
yeah.
buying their art and stuff like that, and I have art from so many art shows, but I haven't hung it up. I mean, I hung up, like, a couple pieces, but I think it's because somebody forced me to do it, you
I'm,
know?
I'm that way for sure. My wife is the opposite. All of the things on the wall behind me are all her. I no. And I mean, literally before we started recording, there's something that I bought at a show, and I
Mhm.
had to show it to you because otherwise I knew I'd be distracted by it the whole time.
Thinking
The
about it the entire
brains.
time. Yeah, definitely. It's weird. I just is that like an ADHD trait
For
though of not
sure.
hanging things on the wall,
I don't know
because
about that, but like
mm,
for sure being distracted by the things on the wall is. So I mean,
yeah, yeah,
it would make
definitely.
sense.
I have a couple of well, I always have like a pen in my hand or something like that. Actually, I don't have anything in my hand right now other than my microphone. But normally I have something in my hand because I sit there and play with whatever it is, during
It
that
just
time. So I
yeah.
kind of feel alone right now because I don't have anything in my hands.
I'm in a void.
Yeah, no, I'm like, kind of feel like I should have something. I think that's why I keep picking up my coffee mug or something like
Yeah.
that, and drinking from it because I don't need it, but
And the same thing with glasses. Like if I wear my contacts, I'm like, oh God, what do I do with my hands? Because I'm always doing this. They're not falling off, but I just feel the
oh
need to do
my
that all the time. It's like,
gosh.
why? What is wrong with you?
Oh my god, you
Yeah.
are so right. I do that all the time. I actually I'll sit there and adjust my glasses all the time, and when
Yeah.
I'm wearing contacts right now, but if I'm not wearing my glasses, I will do this to like adjust my glasses, and obviously they're not there. And I'm
Right.
sure some people are looking at me like, what is she doing? Because I'm like,
I went to sleep. Yeah.
but yeah, you're right. I will adjust my glasses all the time, even though they're not slipping down. They're fine. They're tight on and everything like
Good.
that.
Yeah.
But the other day though, I was wearing my glasses and they were a little smudgy. And I thought it was my contacts, so I kept like blinking my eyes, like to try to adjust my contacts. I was like
Nope.
talking to
Just your
somebody about doing
glasses.
this number. It was my glasses. I should have like
Wow.
de-smudged them. So I get a little confused because sometimes I wear my glasses, sometimes I wear my contacts, and I'm always confused about what I'm wearing at that time.
I hadn't worn my contacts in a while, and then I switched because it's easier to wear safety glasses with
Mhm.
contacts, and
Yeah.
I was having a hell of a time. Like it was, they were in, but I'm constantly like, like you
Yeah.
said, trying to adjust them.
Yeah. Well, mine were the stigmatism, so they're a bit larger than other ones because my
Okay.
doctor told me that I have football-shaped eyes, is what
Oh,
she says.
that's
I was like,
nice.
"Great." Yeah, so she's like, "You have football-shaped eyes," and that's a stigmatism. So they're slightly larger, so they do wiggle a little bit, every once in a while. And like right now, I've got these lights on, and I just looked at the lights, and of course now I got spots in my eyes. But anyway,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's like they wiggle all the time, and so like yeah, when I do blink, but sometimes they get kind of like a little cloudy or something like that, and they're just dailies. They're not like
Yeah. Yeah.
they're ones I just throw away every single day or every time I use them or something like that. I throw them away at the end of the day, um but yeah, they'll get like a little cloudy and I'll kind of like adjust them or something like that with blinking,
Yeah.
so sometimes if you're looking at me and I'm blinking like really hard, it's not,
It's not a
just because my
seizure or anything. Like I was worried there for a second. Do you carry like re-wetting drops?
no, I don't actually carry
Oh,
any
that
drops.
helps. That helps a lot with the blurry.
Yeah, and it doesn't get blurry too often, although it was kind of funny because the other day I was like, I'm just going to take a quick 30-minute nap. No, it ended up being like a 4-hour nap, which was totally fine, totally
Yeah.
fine. But it ended up being like a 4-hour nap, and I woke up. My contacts were so cloudy, I could
Oh yeah.
not see. I couldn't even barely see to get to the mirror to be able to like wash my hands and take them out. But once I took them out, I was like, oh my gosh, that felt so much better. But no, I know they try to upsell me on, you
Yeah.
know, drops. I'm really
Well,
terrible with that though. Like, of like
oh, putting the
looking
drops
up
in.
and seeing the drop like drop into your eye. Like, I don't like it.
They make like a re-wetting wipe.
Oh,
So I have really, really dry eyes, and so that's why I have to keep them, re-wet or whatever. And
yeah.
so they make like a little. It looks like the same, like an alcohol pad almost.
Yeah.
It's not alcohol, but
Uh-huh.
you just wipe it over your eye, and it re-wets your eyelid, which
Okay.
then gets in there. I guess I don't know.
Okay. I mean, normally what I do is I'll put the contact in and then I'll dip my finger in the solution and I'll put it in the corner of my eye so it kind of like gets, like it's so it just kind of like really wets it or something like
Yeah,
that. And then I'll put it like underneath my eye as well too, just a little bit. I don't know why I do that, but I feel like it helps, quite a bit. When I put the contact in, that it's not like dry. I put it in. I don't
yeah,
really have dry eyes though, so I felt like when she was trying to say like, "Oh, hey, get these drops that are $25 for this little tiny bottle. And I was
Just
like,
come at Walmart. Like,
no,
you get it for like
I'm good.
$3.
But it was like a prescription one or something, or like some kind of, I was like, whatever. I was like, nah, I won't take that today. Maybe next time,
Yeah.
sort of thing. So,
Because we can't just tell people no.
right, exactly. Because I'm such a
No,
people pleaser.
I know.
Hello, people pleaser. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, so that's pretty much all that's been going on with me.
Yeah,
Just
okay.
circling back after 4 hours of just bullshitting. Yeah, I quit my job with no job lined up. It was super scary, but it was also what I needed to do. And
Yeah.
now I'm on technically kind of on vacation for the next 2 weeks.
Okay.
Going on vacation actually next week, which is
Hmm.
cool. And then after that, then I'm gonna start back work.
All right.
Yeah,
Good. What you gonna do?
the safety consulting. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Like,
Well, I mean, like like what is your methodology kind of, going into that? Have you thought about that? You don't have to like tell us everything, but
yeah. No, you definitely have to give me parameters.
Yeah.
So there's two different avenues that I'm looking at. One is safety consulting in construction,
Hmm.
and that is with a company that does a lot of work in DFW. So it was mostly like construction of apartments.
Okay.
I did a ride out with them a couple weeks ago, and it was pretty cool. I mean, you just walk around apartment complex that are being built and looking for all the different hazards and people wearing the PPE and things like that. And then the
Yeah.
other is oil and gas, and that is more of a structured 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off. Um, you go around to different oil drill sites and you
Oh,
check the same things, but
yeah.
specifically like it would be for like one company of drilling
Yeah.
versus like at the construction, it's multiple different companies, multiple different sites.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. I mean, and I was asking about that, like, what you're gonna do, like, what's your methodology behind that? Because everybody kind of goes at like doing their own thing a little differently. And I know I've left two jobs in my career without a job lined up. One of them was because I was working 90-hour weeks and I was just absolutely stressed out all the time. Like that's the reason
Mhm.
why I started coaching, is because I found a coach that was helping me, and then I was like, I want to do this. I want to help other people as well and like not get into the situation. So when I left that company, I just completely like I just was sitting there one night and I was just like, I have to get out of there. I think I'm going to die. Like I
Yeah.
felt like I was going to die. I had that much stress,
I
and I was like, I'm going to have a heart attack, or, something's going to happen with me.
Yep.
So I ended up, leaving without a job, and I did eventually find a job. But this last time that I left a company without a job lined up, it was because I was just burnt out on corporate altogether. And that's
Yeah.
the reason why, like, and I was interviewing with other companies and I was in some final interviews with a couple of companies, but I woke up and I was about to have a final interview like the next day. And it was like a Thursday. And I woke up and I was just like, what the heck am I doing? Like, why am I sitting there like in the rat race and everything of corporate, and trying to figure out how to fit within somebody else's culture, and I absolutely love culture and defining culture and helping elevate culture and everything, but it felt draining to me. It didn't feel like me. So,
I feel like COVID really helped a lot of people have that same realization because so many
yeah.
people work from home and they were like, I can do this wherever. I
Yeah.
can do this for whoever. And
Yeah.
I'm in my PJs or I'm in, whatever. And I feel like so many people were like, yeah, I don't want to deal with that bullshit anymore.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm one of them, to some extent, but also at the
Yeah.
same time, with my job, I have to go where the work is.
Yeah.
So I'm still able to kind of work for myself and
Sure.
I just can't work from home, which
Yeah.
whatever.
I mean, I'm sure there's an element in everything, to be able to work from home. But yeah, you're right. I mean, because you have to go and physically inspect things and, to put together those reports and, like whatever. I don't, I'm pretending like I know exactly what you do, but, like,
You're right. No, that's exactly what I would have to do. Yeah.
okay, good. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but like I worked EMS for 20 years.
Yeah.
So I definitely got used to the 48 on, 48 off, allowing yourself to have those breaks
Yeah.
of just doing nothing.
Yeah.
So I feel like the 2 week on, 2 week off is going to be a really sweet spot for me in my
Yeah.
life. But yeah.
Yeah, and I like with my business right now, I feel like I'm working 7 days a week, several hours and stuff like that, but I'm really just, building the business, and
Yeah.
I know I'm been to like so many trainings. They're just like just work 5 days, like 5 hours a day or something like that. But like when you're building your business and you're really trying to figure out, and when you have ADHD and you have that shiny object syndrome, no, I work 7 days a week right now, and I'm constantly trying to, figure out, things. I'm trying to get some staples down, like
Yeah.
you can see with this podcast, this is the revitalization of the podcast. And the reason why is because I was like, I'm going to start a podcast and, I'm going to go right into it and, put it all together and everything. And it became really stressful,
Yeah,
So,
it can be. But like you have to one thing that I do for myself and I suggest for everybody is find whatever the hell it is that gets you like decompressed.
yeah.
Whatever it is, creating art, having a massage, whatever. And
Yeah.
just make sure you schedule that however often you need to do. Like schedule that time cuz
Yeah.
I'm as you know, I'm a very creative person. I do a lot of different outlets for creativity.
Yeah.
I haven't done any of them in the past 3 months. None.
Oh man. Yeah.
And I don't feel guilty about it. I feel sad that I
Yeah.
haven't so now like in this little interim time, I'm going to create. I'm going to do something creative because that's what helps me.
What you gonna do then?
Probably sing.
Okay.
Probably sing.
All
Yeah.
right. What are you gonna do to say? Are you gonna just practice at home? Are you gonna go out and sing? What are you gonna do?
I'm probably not going to go out and sing. Last time I did it, it was fun, but it was also super stressful.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like I went to an open mic night
Hmm.
and I'd never done anything like that before.
Yeah.
And there, there's like a house band that they had, and they were like, "Hey, we'll play for you. You just sing." I've never met these people before, so like
Yeah.
performing with someone is like intimate. Like you have to know them and like know their cues, know their facial expression. I've never met these people. So I'm like singing and I'm looking at them for a cue. They're looking at me for a cue. And we're both like, cool, let's just keep going.
Yeah.
So I don't know that I'll
That
do
was fun.
that, but there's all these karaoke apps that and I'm not like trying to start a recording business. It's just something for me to do like that helps me relax.
Yeah. I have daily things that I do. I've got a whole list, of things that I like to do daily that kind of give me that mind break. Every single morning I do Wordle. The
Okay.
New York Times,
Yep. Yep.
where you guess the word and everything like that. That's my staple that I do. I also have singing and dancing on my list too. And I'll just
Nice.
like I have a playlist or something like that that I'll turn on and I'll sing my heart out and everything, to it. I'm not a great singer, but I love
Well, you don't
singing.
have to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, but I'll
Whip
I'll
it out.
really get in there. I'll really sing it loud and proud, right? Like like I'm the
Like Whitney Houston. And
that's
yeah.
exactly who I was about to say is Whitney
Yep.
Houston because I remember, when gosh, what is that song? I'll always love you.
Yep.
Yeah, as a kid, I would just sing that on,
Felt the hell out of it.
Oh, yes, definitely. And then dancing's on there too. Like I have to do something. And Leo and I, for a while there, every single night, like after dinner, after the dinner settles and stuff like that, I would go, okay, come on, it's wobble time. and we would do a round of wobble. You know the
Yeah,
wobble
yeah,
line
yeah.
dance?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So we would wobble it, and it was just like part of our nightly routine. But then he got sick of it because he's like, it's the same one. And I'm like, okay, well, I can teach you the electric slide, or I can teach you the Macarena, or
Line dance. I mean,
what
yeah,
one of those. Well, what is that? The Cupid Shuffle. We could
yeah,
do the
yeah,
Cupid
yeah.
Shuffle,
He
or
was
something like
Superman.
that. I can teach you one of those because I'm a line dance kind of person. Like I like if a song like a line dance song comes on and everything, you're at a place where you can dance to it. I'm there. I'm gonna do it. Even if you're not at a place where you can dance to it, I'm gonna dance to it anyway.
Well, and you did like, is it belly dancing?
Yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah.
did
So
belly
I mean, like
dancing for a
you
long
you were
time.
like a dancer at heart, like,
Yeah.
but I I like to dance. I don't think I'm very good at it, and I'll two step.
Hmm.
And back in the day when I used to drink, I would booty shake a lot,
Yeah.
do twerking before it was a thing. But I don't know, like I it doesn't. I don't necessarily think it relaxes me, or
Mm,
it's just a thing that, yeah, if we're out and they're dancing, okay, we'll dance. But
yeah.
yeah,
I usually dance when I'm angry, because
okay,
it helps me to relax or just become a little bit more joyful. I mean, because generally my
yeah,
disposition is joy and
yeah, you're a happy
happiness
person.
and sunshine and all of that kind of
Yeah,
stuff. So like when I get angry, there it has to be something that really gets me angry. And so I'll do something to get out of it. I'll cry, is like my number one thing. Like I
well,
like a good cry session, or that I'll do a dance, or I'll sing or something like that just to kind of like get things out.
I I think that that is super important. I hate crying. Like, I really
Oh,
hate to cry.
yeah. Yeah.
20 years of EMS, forcing yourself not to cry will do it. But
Yeah.
for me, working out, like, I'll go to if I'm mad or angry or I'll go to the gym and work out. Oh,
Oh, yeah.
then I'm
Go for a
too
walk.
tired.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just
That's
like,
another thing. But you're absolutely right, because working out definitely helps to release all of that, kind of
hmm,
anger,
yep,
that you have, in your body and stuff like that. It's good.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I recently got into working out, and so it's been like a normal staple.
Yeah.
And then I have found that, like, I look forward to it now.
Yeah.
So, everybody always says that you'll enjoy it. And then when you're first starting out, you're like, this is bullshit. I'm not going to ever enjoy this. And then you get to the point where you do. And
Yeah.
now it's a necessity.
It's the same thing with like eating better too. Like for
Yeah.
people, and I had a coworker one time that didn't like vegetables. Like would only have like green pepper, was the only bell pepper, sorry.
Yeah. 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 I
That's
was
what
like,
I say. Would be the
jalapeno. Like,
Yeah, I know. Sorry. Bell pepper would be the only thing that he would eat, and trying to introduce like fruits and vegetables and everything, into somebody's diet. They're like, I've never liked, vegetables my whole life. And I'm just like, well, that's legit. But like as an adult, because you're taste buds change, right?
yep.
You start, and then also like once you start something, and there's kind of the rule of 10 when it comes to food. If you don't like something, try it 10 times. So like you force yourself to try it 10 times before you really make that decision, because you might actually develop a taste bud for it.
Yeah.
Like you might actually develop a taste for it. I shouldn't say taste bud, but taste for it. And so I did that with goat cheese,
Oh,
although I'm allergic to cheese, so I can't do that anymore. But I did that with goat cheese, and I love goat cheese now. Can't eat it now, but like that's something. But beets was my like one vegetable that I'm like, ugh, I don't like beets. Still
yeah.
don't like beets. Tried them at least 10 times. Nope,
You're
it's
like,
not.
no,
It's
it's
not
not
a thing for
happening.
me. No.
Yeah, I did that with tomatoes. I don't know
Yeah.
that I consciously did it, but I did that with tomatoes. I used to hate tomatoes, would
Yeah.
gag, all that
Yeah.
as a child. And then it ended up on a sandwich one day and I didn't notice. And I was like, halfway through, I was like, oh shit, there was a tomato on this.
Yeah.
And then I was like, all right, I'm gonna start trying tomatoes. And
Yeah.
basil and mozzarella with a cherry tomato.
Mm. Oh,
Bueno. And now I like them. They're fine. I don't
nope.
mind them at all.
Yeah, that'd be a caprese salad, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Very
Yeah.
Italian. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, very. Oh, yeah, I know. Man, anyway. All right. Well, I mean,
I just looked at the clock.
I'm getting hungry, so I'm gonna go now. No,
Yeah. You were like, keep me on track for 30 minutes. It's
I
been 40
know.
minutes.
Here we go. Yeah, keep me on track. I am terrible at this, everybody. So,
Set an
I don't
alarm.
even
I
know
don't know.
who am I talking to, everybody.
Whoever's listening.
Anyway, this was great.
Yeah. It's great to see you. I haven't talked to you in a while.
I know it has been a while, but
I don't
thank
know how
you
long it's
again.
been since I've seen you.
I know. I'm trying to think of when last time we saw each other. December last year?
Yeah.
November,
Yeah.
December, in there somewhere, right? I don't know.
Wow. Yeah.
Has it been that long?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it has. We should hang out sometime
Sounds
soon.
good. Let me know.